Okay. Hey y'all, what's up? Good morning. Wow, I've never streamed this early before. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Please follow me on Twitch and YouTube if you have not. My username is down below. Um, you can follow me at twitch.tv/@Carla is trouble and youtube.com/@Carla is trouble. Sorry, I was thinking ahead. I have to think of the videos I'm gonna put out later. Anyway, I'm really happy to see you guys. I hope you had a great Christmas and hope you're ready to bring in the new year with me. Happy Friday, happy day. Good time of day to you. Miss you. Love you all. Let's start playing. We're just gonna jump right into it. This is Vampire Therapist Part 2. I'm excited for the Vampire Therapist Couples DLC, and I'm really happy that this game is opening up some dialogue about mental health. So without further ado, let's continue. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all. Oh, Lord, I forgot the save thing. 1809. Okay. There we go. So this is our most recent save spot. Hold on, let's turn this up.
Evening. I am glad to see you looking so fresh and well slept.
Uh-oh, something tells me I'm in for it tonight.
The truth is seldom unseen by you, my friend. Tonight, you face perhaps one of the most difficult challenges a therapist can face. The fact that you may not be able to help everyone.
Oh.
In truth, I have failed to help clients with this particular disposition many times.
Hey, I'm new at this. You're nigh on 3,000 years old. If you can't help them, how can I?
It is not guaranteed that we can help every client. To think we are powerless to help any is a cognitive distortion itself. I believe you know it.
Yeah, everybody tells me, Carla, you can't help everybody. I'm like, but you can try. You can always try to do your best.
Yeah, all right, control fallacy, I know. I can help some folk.
That's right. Here, take a look at this case file.
Theater feller, huh? I've known a few of them in my time. They can be a little, self-absorbed.
Edmund Kean was a highly influential Shakespearean stage actor during the Georgian period. He is credited with more personal interpretations of character as opposed to pantomime performances. He lived a tumultuous life on stage, dealing with alcoholism, sex scandals, and entitled behavior. He wishes to return to the stage, but expresses great anger at critics who might review him poorly. He demands respect as the greatest actor the world's ever seen. Okay, he's 237 and he's a British now. But that's him. Why does it look like him? Oh no, it's a different dude.
He's looking for therapy because people don't like him, it says?
He is one of the most revered actors in all of history.
So he might have a few cognitive distortions.
A few. He may not recognize them, Samuel, but all you can do is present reality to him. He comes. Remember, I will give you whatever advice I can.
Oh, this guy.
Good luck, my friend.
I hope I'm up to this.
As long as you care.
What is this vampire I see before me?
Oh, goodness.
I'm Sam Walls. I'm your new therapist.
Your dress, your bearing, your hat. You also are forgotten by time.
Oh.
Oh, how fortuitous! A kindred spirit, perhaps. A therapist should know pain, I say. Most excellent.
Let's turn the music down a little bit in case it's hurting y'all. A little tiny. There we go.
Tarnation. Can't get a break with this here hat of mine.
No, it's perfect. Do not change a single thing. It gives me faith. Faith, my dear vampire, that you can help me.
I'm gonna do everything I can. I promise you that, amigo.
Do not do so lightly. Darkness dwells within my damned soul. You journey into my pain at your peril, and I cannot be your Virgil.
You're who now? Anyway, you wrote in your intake form that you're here because mortals don't appreciate you, you said.
Indeed, and I fear they cannot. They must die to appreciate life. As mortals, they cannot ask the immortal questions. What is life for us who do not live? Why are we here? Why do we continue? What do we do when death has no meaning? And what a piece of work is vampire! How noble in stature, how infinite in life! In form and moving, how express and admirable. In action, how like a demon. In apprehension, how like a bat. Ah, the beauty of the night! And yet, to me, we are but the quintessence of dust.
This guy.
Dust upon dust. Already that whence we came.
Well, that was a lot.
You understand, don't you? Death has no meaning, because life never had meaning. To die, perchance to sleep.
All right, that's enough of that. Before we answer the question of why we're all here, why are you here? Well, that is, what exactly drove you to me, partner?
Oh, that. Well, a pustule of a theater historian I recently seduced and killed sprang the seeds of doubt in mine corpus. He was writing a biography of the great Edmund Kean, and I thought mayhap that I would favor him with a secret or two. He said my acting style would now be considered archaic. Though I drank him to the last, I fear his cruel bar. This embossed carbuncle of corrupted blood caused me to doubt myself. Are all men such fools? Will I ever find my audience again? Or did they die long, long ago? Help me purge these mortal concerns from my mind, dear man.
We're always gonna have doubts,
He's my
compadre. That's
favorite.
normal. But I think I can help you see things a little differently. So, he said your acting's out of date. Why don't you just tell me why it bothered you so much?
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth, I am perfect. Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow. But the actors of modern times, they are shallow, beggarly parrots. Parrots who screech the lines, but do they know them? Do they feel as we feel? It is my gentle direction that takes the craft to higher echelons, and mine alone. Acting does not evolve without these critics should honor me as is my due.
All right, friend, let's start that again from the top. I think we got a lot to unpack.
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth, I am perfect. Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow. But the actors of modern times, they are shallow, beggarly parrots. Parrots who screech the lines, but do they know them? Do they feel as we feel? It is my gentle direction that takes the craft to higher echelons, and mine alone. Acting does not evolve without me. These critics should honor me as is my due.
All right, friend, let's start that again from the top. I think we got a lot to unpack.
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth, I am perfect.
Huh?
Sorry, fella, I gotta stop you for a second there. You really saying you're perfect?
Oh, not at all. I'm not a narcissist. I believe I would find myself quite inept at, say, street cleaning or dishwashing. But as far as acting is concerned, yes. If an actor be assessed, you would assess him on the scale of Edmund Kean.
Oh, come on. You ain't ever forgotten a line?
I suppose, on occasion, a line has left me due to circumstances beyond my control. But that is the fault of alcohol, not of Edmund Kean.
Aw.
So in those times you were drinking, you might not have been perfect. And the acting world kept on turning.
Oh, come now. I was clearly exercising some dramatic license. It is not so black and white.
Well, that's exactly what I was trying to say. But keep talking. We got some more stuff to sort out.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
Oh, wait a minute. You're saying that every actor's success comes straight from you?
Of course. Even the greatest among my art would have been consigned to obscurity had it not been for my advancements.
Every single one of them ain't had nothing of their own to give to the theater?
Well, I suppose one or two actors in the last 300 years have...
Well, don't you think they deserve their own success?
I suppose mortals are owed their 15 minutes of fame. One must have some pity for them. We are not monsters.
I love him so much. I'd probably like him less if I was the one talking to him, but I love him so much. I love him so much. I do. Edmund.
But the actors of modern times, they are shallow, beggarly parrots. Parrots who screech the lines, but do they know them? Do they feel as we feel? It is my these...
All right, friend, let's start that.
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth...
Hold on a sec there, partner. Acting became a noble craft because of you? That's a lot of control over a whole skill.
Yes, impressive, isn't it? So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so lives mine art, and this gives life to...
Now, those are some pretty words. You make that up yourself?
It is the bard himself, boor.
Well, maybe he had something to do with the development of your craft then. It ain't been just you.
Well, naturally. But Shakespeare's works are simply words upon a page without me.
Compadre, I think you know he gave you a leg up in your career. You can share in the success a little.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow. But the actors of modern... It is my these...
All right, friend, let's...
Because it's simply not... Oh, there are... But the actors of...
So you're saying modern actors are parrots?
Indeed. They are only mimics, and thus no better than a well-trained bird.
You don't think they're actually birds, do you?
My dear boy, they live such short lives. What else can they do but ape the words and actions of their forebears?
But when you call them birds, you're just labeling them that. You ain't giving them a fair shot.
Oh, come now. I was clearly employing a little dramatic.
But we're here to talk about truth, all right, compadre?
It is my gentle direction that takes the craft to higher echelons, and mine alone. Acting does not evolve without me. These critics should honor me as is my due.
All right, friend, let's start.
Because it's simply not possible. Oh, there are... But the actors of modern... It is my gentle direct... These...
All right, friend, let's...
Because it's simply not... Oh, there are celebrate... But the actors of modern times... They are shallow, beggarly parrots. It is my gentle direction that takes the craft to higher echelons, and mine alone. Acting does not evolve without me.
Listen carefully. Edmund is assigning a lot of
It is my gentle direction.
You're saying only you can change the course of acting?
One second. Yeah, I was wondering which one I hadn't already picked. There's a lot in there.
It is demonstrably true. There is acting before Edmund Kean.
But there's so many types of acting out there. I mean, I remember when vaudeville came out, but I don't think you had anything to do with that.
I'll just hold the mic like this whenever I have something to say.
Vaudeville? Oh, like so many American arts, an art of the grotesque.
The reason I'm speaking a little lower is because
dagger into the heart of subtlety.
I got a little bit of like a cold or something, so I'm trying to like not yell and use my voice too much.
So you didn't have nothing to do with... Well, then you got a little control fallacy, hombre.
Indeed. Thou fiend. You are cruel indeed to beat a man when he is at his most vulnerable. I am here so you may help me cope with a world that has gone mad. Not so you might attack my every word.
I'm doing no such thing. All I'm doing is pointing out your reality. If we're gonna cope, we gotta be honest about the world.
And I say that you are a villain. I come to you in desperate need, and you respond by mocking my desperation. Why would you do this to me? Do you not know what pain I am experiencing? Do you not know that I, as an actor, feel every sling and arrow more keenly? Art thou a therapist or a murderer that you would push me so to the brink? Do you want me to commit suicide?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I want to help everyone who comes to me.
Samuel, a moment, please.
Andy, I got a real problem here. I think I'm not cut out for this work. This fella's right. Why am I attacking him when I should be helping?
Oh.
First of all, should statement. You will do what you will do, and that is all, Samuel. But look at the candles. What do you see?
The candles. Oh, they seem...
Look at the flames.
Wait a minute. They're getting higher, ain't they? What the hell's going on?
What's going on?
Your client is very powerful. He has his own
Oh.
unique skills earned through the ages. His skill in gaslighting is so intense that it affects the world around him.
Whoa.
He is altering reality to fit his distortions. Be watchful, Samuel. Do not let him.
How do I stop it?
Be persistent, and above all, be honest. He does not control your reality.
I await your apology, sir.
I don't have anything to apologize for. All I did was point out some truths in the things you were saying. Now, if that makes you angry, fella, I don't know what to tell you.
You wound me, but I am strong.
You wound.
I persist.
He's
I
so
fight.
cute. I'm not condoning the behavior. I'm just saying, he's so cute.
I know my worth, sir. I have fought and
I
died
fought
for my
and died
art.
for my art. It's just dramatic. He's lovely.
I shall take my business elsewhere.
It's not
and
just
vampire
dramatic, it's
society
incredibly
shall hear
dramatic,
your
but still.
quackery.
Stop
Quackery.
him, Samuel. It is not anger, but fear that drives him. Show him he has nothing to fear from you.
Easy, boy, easy.
I shall not go easy. I shall not.
Ain't nobody gonna hurt you. There's a good vampire.
A good vampire? What on hell?
You're safe now. Ain't nobody here to hurt you or make you feel bad.
But I...
I'm your buddy. That's us. We're just buddies, ain't we?
Buddies? Yes. A friend. A friend who wishes to help me.
Wait.
You feeling better there, compadre?
I must confess that I am. Though I scarcely understand how...
Hey, well, that's just great. I want this to be a comfortable place for you.
Yes. Yes, I do believe you. After all, your profession is in many ways similar to acting. It is no wonder that we find common ground.
How is therapy like acting?
It is the exploration of the soul, is it not? A journey into pain and truth. We see those pains and truths and reflect them onto the cruel world.
I ain't sure I quite see it like that, but it's true that reflecting is important. Kind of funny when we can't look in a mirror, huh?
One of death's cruel ironies. Thus must we see our reflections in the mortal audience instead.
You care a lot about what the mortals think about you.
Of course I do. Why should I give a fig about what we dusty old folk think, eh? Most of us are stuck in our relative pasts, if you'll pardon the offense.
But all them folks die. You're what, 300 years old?
Don't remind me. Yes, they die, but I cannot. I must not. If I do not exist in their hearts, there is only the purgatory of oblivion. Unlike some vampires, I am not some blood-guzzling parasite who will idly sit and wait as the world turns. I died for the stage, so I should live for it as vampire society is of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without a crowd. For upon that stage is power, the power to control the emotions of an audience.
Okay, I think I missed something there. Let's start from the top, compadre.
Don't remind me. Yes, they die, but I cannot. I must not. If I do not exist in their hearts, there is only the purgatory of oblivion.
I can see why you're so worked up there, compadre. That's a lot of responsibility you're putting on yourself.
Don't you see? My talent is a gift that must be shared.
There's that word again, must. I'm telling you, man, an expectation is just a resentment waiting to happen. You can't control how the world's gonna move. Maybe people just like a different style of acting.
Of course I know the plebeians will never understand my oeuvre. Of course I cannot control how they will respond.
I guess that's a start.
Unlike some vampires, I am not some blood-guzzling parasite.
You calling most of our kind parasites?
I am, for that is what we are, if we are nothing else.
All right, let's just forget the part where you're insulting other vampires, myself included. If you say that you're a parasite if you don't do something, you're gonna be scared as hell of not doing that thing.
As an immortal, I aim for loftier goals.
Can you hit those goals if you're busy being afraid of turning into a parasite?
Ah, but your humble speech does belie the true wisdom beneath. I am indeed cruel to myself. I died for the stage, so I should live for it as well. Vampire society is of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without a crowd. For upon that stage is power, the power to control the emotions of an audience.
Okay, I think I missed something there. Let's start from the top, compadre.
Don't remind me. Yes, they die, but I cannot. I must not. If I do not exist in their hearts, there is a...
You cannot, you must not. You're talking like there's only one future.
Yeah, main thing.
For me, there is only one future, save oblivion.
Come on now, that's a little extreme.
'Tis not so. What else have I but the stage?
Well, that's a fine question. I'll tell you what, though, compadre, you are more than the stage. What if theater just didn't exist?
Yep.
Hell,
Exactly.
the
I think about that stuff all the
Perish it
time.
with all
And I feel
due
weird
equity.
for thinking about it. Like I feel like this guy, if I just think about something really hard and I'm like, boy. And I don't know. Even like my inner monologue is super dramatic, so I like his like really chilled I like how the cowboy's just like, well, hold on now. He's there.
Unlike some vampires, I am not some blood-guzzling parasite who will idly sit and wait as the world turns. I died for the stage, so I should live for it as well.
Well, why should you live for the stage?
What was my death worth?
But it's only you. Your shoulds are...
Perhaps. Though one might argue that all great
But is acting really the most important thing in the world?
I shall assume that you jest. You know, I see.
And what am I doing?
You are mocking me, undermining me, causing me to doubt myself. I know thy purpose, wretch. This therapy business is all a ruse. You would lay me low and claim dominion over me.
All I'm trying to do is help you, friend. Reality's a lot easier to deal with when you can accept it for what it is.
So, now you doubt my sanity. Is there no end to your japes and jabs? I shall not break. Oh, you shall see. The tides of cruel seas will crash upon me, but I do not wither. I know thy game, trickster. You wish to keep me in your debt. The more I doubt myself, the more you take from me. You think you are clever, but thy tongue outvenoms all the worms of the Nile. Well, what have you to say for yourself? Speak, that I might hear thy bile.
Edmund, I ain't doing this for a profit. I just want to help vampires like myself.
The man doth protest too much, methinks. Think'st thou that if thou wouldst pile lie upon lie, the ensuing mountain would be too high for me to see? Damnable wretch! Mine eyes see clearly.
It ain't like that. Edmund, I ain't no trickster. Heck, I ain't smart enough for that. I just want to help you.
Think'st thou that I would not see a honey trap laid before? Yes, come, Edmund, into the spider's web. All is well, he says, ere he drains me of all vitality and dignity.
Well, that's a hell of a leap, man. Easy there.
Yeah, scared me. The horse thing was really loud in my headphones. It made me jump.
What?
I know you're upset and you're scared. I ain't gonna hurt you.
You want to hurt me?
Good vampire. Ain't you sweet? Yeah, it's all right.
You really don't want to hurt me? You'll keep me safe?
We're safe. Ain't no place. We're friends. That's right. You're my buddy now. Just my pal Eddie.
In truth, I am oft left bereft of friendship. Our kind can be difficult.
Oh.
You mean vampires?
No, actors. But to sense one is not alone in all the world is a feeling to be cherished.
You ain't alone, I promise you. Whatever bad stuff we're living, someone else has lived it already.
'Tis so. Many geniuses were unappreciated in their time, with wonders of their craft consigned to history's dusty pages. Even the bard himself did struggle. There is some comfort in that.
Common nocturnality. We all got the same needs, man. Blood, safety, and sex.
Indeed. I, too, am akin to the doomed Achilles, though my sore spot lies not so low, but twixt stem and stern.
Tain't my place to comment.
Oh, it seems the spot is no secret to you after all.
Maybe we can talk about that some more in your next session. I think you did pretty dang well today.
Yes, I suppose I did. I am rather good at therapy, aren't I?
If you're here and wanting to get better, yeah, I'd say that makes you pretty good at therapy.
Well, one mustn't rest on one's laurels, must.
That's right, Eddie. Okay, I'll see you in
We shall vanquish my demons together. I cannot tarry. The stage awaits.
Dang, what the hell was that?
One of the darker malignancies of the mind.
You sure I'm up to this?
You were masterful, Samuel. You were able to take your knowledge about cognitive distortions and turn their definitions outward. And we must speak about this equine ability of yours in your next session.
Oh, that. Yeah, I learned a lot about myself through my horse.
Save it for our next session. Rest, Samuel. You have faced a great danger. Now it is time to drink and be merry with the Goths.
Oh, not sure I'd call them merry, but they know how to cut loose. All right, Andy, I'll see you later.
Good night, Samuel. Rest in peace.
Well, that was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. I probably want to forget that. I should go talk to Crimson.
If it isn't Sammy the Kid, plop that butt down. Got a shot prepared for you.
Well, thanks, Crimson. What is that? Bloody Mary?
No, a Bloody Steve.
Of course it is. How's the crowd tonight?
You know, it's funny. They're a little on the weird side tonight. Must be a full moon out.
Oh, you ain't kidding. I just had my first therapy session with the strangest fella I ever met. The actor type. Used to be an international celebrity back when I was alive. Seems like fame's a nasty drug.
Like Andy says, people are people. Doesn't matter what era they're from.
She's right, you know. Most of the time it doesn't. We just have different versions of things that we do or used to do now. Even words change. It's a good thing, though.
Feeling good about
You
your
can
session,
come up
though?
with solutions. I think it went well. I had fun.
He was pretty confrontational, but he was happy to talk about himself at least. Andy says the real clients to worry about are the ones who've got nothing to say.
I get that. Being a human isn't easy. You gotta be pretty damn privileged to have no problems at all.
Well, this fella definitely has plenty of problems. I think he'll be keeping me busy.
It's a big world out there, cowboy, full of vampires with no self-awareness.
Well, ain't that the truth? Well, here's to change then.
To change.
You, drinking Andy's blood there?
Andy's? Nuh-uh, this is a plain old mortal drink. You think anyone would want to drink that man's blood from a bottle when they can get it straight from the source?
I suppose they wouldn't.
I'm not proud to drink blood, Sam. Wouldn't be doing it out here.
I didn't mean to cause offense, ma'am.
Not your fault. I guess I shouldn't be offended.
Who's telling you that you shouldn't be offended, Crimson? I know this blood drinking stuff is complicated.
Damn right it is. Look, I have customers to deal with, but let me give you some advice, Buffalo Bill. No therapy in here. What happens at Eminard happens with consent. Got it?
All right, that's fair, and my sincere apologies. It won't happen again.
That's right.
Oh, dang it. I've gone and made myself unwelcome. I better get out of Crimson's way.
You.
Huh? Do I know you?
I know you. I've been
She's a
watching
pretty
you,
character.
vampire.
This is interesting. I didn't expect this.
Yep, that's me, drinking blood to live.
Yes, you do. I saw you. I see everything. My name is Panoptibella. It means I see all, and I am beautiful. I saw you in the kink room with Reinhardt and Maxi,
Oh goodness.
and now I see that you are thirsty and would like to drink.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, that is so.
Come, drink from my neck.
What?
I wish to see what it is like.
Okay.
Yes, I see now. That was very pleasant. Thank you. You will go to your coffin now to sleep.
Well, if you wanted to cuddle.
It is normal for vampires to enter a state of torpor after consuming the blood of another. I wish you an excellent torpor, vampire.
Thanks, I guess. I guess I'd better get some shut-eye. This night has gone on long enough.
Good evening, Samuel. I hope you are feeling well rested. I have a new client for you.
Another one? I think my caseload's starting to get a little crowded.
Worry not, my friend. I shall not unload all the world's cares onto you. I know how strongly this next client requires aid. She is a great deal older than most of the clients you've seen. And sometimes it is harder for the elderly to see reality. It took me far too long to do so.
She as old as you are?
Not nearly. Thus, she should be more ready for change than I was. Take a look at her intake form.
Okay, so right here, this is an intake information for the client. We'll just call her Med because her name's really hard to read. She'll introduce herself when she comes in, though. So she's from the Bronze Age. Oh, I know it. Okay. I get the gist. Female gender, age 1804, 1,804 years old. An elder vampire like myself, Medi. Oh, it's Medi. Medi has lived mostly alone for the past 2 millennia. She grew up among wanton violence between Irish clan warlords and has since kept distance between herself and mortals. She now spends more of her time online, where she became a streaming celebrity. I do not know what this means, but perhaps a younger vampire might. She has expressed frustration at the increasing demands of her followers. Suggestion: be patient with the elderly. And keep your video games accessible for people with limited dexterity and stuff. That's probably what she'd tell you. I mean, she's 1804. She probably didn't have the reaction time that she used to, Again, we're just chilling, and I'm excited to read this story. So forgive me for not being like, you know, as talkative. But I'm really happy to be here, and it's like still morning for me, so I'm technically still waking up.
Dang,
So
she died
she's a
young.
streamer, but
Makes
she's
me wonder
old
why I
enough to
waited
be
so
like
long to kick the bucket. Could have left
in
her nicer
clans
looking
and
corpse.
everything. Like it really reminds me. I can't find the right word for it right now, so I'm not gonna like finish my sentence. But it reminds me of like
Alas,
I don't know. I was
death
gonna
does
come up
not
with a
often
word
allow us to have much choice in the matter.
for what they had for her, but then I just randomly thought about The Witcher for some reason. Sorry.
Says here she doesn't leave home unless she has to.
Indeed, it is a puzzle, as elder vampires can often be.
I sure do hope I can help her.
You will do your best, I know. Let me allow you some privacy. She comes.
All right. Let me mute while we're going over the patient together, and then we'll continue. Remember, guys, don't take this seriously. This is not a substitute for real therapy at all. This is just supposed to bring you comfort. And some of the vocabulary that they're using are words used in therapy, and it does give you nice things to think about, and it'll help you catch some of your own thoughts throughout your day, maybe. But remember, this is not a substitute for actual therapy. We're just hoping it comforts you. Do what you think is best for you at the end of the day, you know? And if you don't know, that's okay too. A lot of people don't. Nobody really knows what they're doing. At the end of the day, we're just trying to distract ourselves and make ourselves laugh and things like that. And some people know what their goals are, some people don't. Some people are just kind of going through the motions, and some people are at a different stage in their life. I don't really know what's going on in mine right now. I just know I'm good. Like, I slept more, and I have my good days and my bad, like everybody does, but it's alright. Thank y'all for being here. It's been about 40 minutes. This will be a regular stream today. Don't forget that you can follow me or subscribe to my YouTube. It's youtube.com/@CarlaIsTrouble. Please do follow and please subscribe on here if you would like. Yeah, I'm gonna mute for a bit and be right back, and then we'll come out and then finish reading the rest of the stuff for this guy. All right, be right back. Hold up, y'all. I'm gonna fix the name of the game because I just uh Stream Elements seems to fix the name of the game on their end of things sometimes, and then like I'll go to put the title of the episode. The title of the episode will change, but not the actual game. So if you'll just hang on and give me some time, I will I will change this for you so no one's confused or anything. Thanks. Be right back. Okay, are we here? Are we good? Okay, we're back. Thank y'all for waiting. I appreciate your patience. It means a lot to me that you'd wait on me. I know that I'm, making mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, but thank you for being patient with the stream. I know sometimes things can be annoying or not easy on the eyes, and but I'm trying to relax a little with the perfectionism and just do what makes us happy, because if not, we'll burn out faster. Also, try to remember to get some water. When I was away a couple of seconds ago, yeah, I tried to remember to drink water. Don't forget to hydrate. Eh. And I do actually really enjoy this visual novel, guys. It's very comforting. I hope that you find the same to be true, or at least find it to be funny, or maybe you find his accent a little bit more cringe than I do. But I mean that affectionately. You know what I mean? Alright. This is Maddie. She's older than the rest of us, remember?
Hey there, how do I say your name? Is it, Medb?
Mev is my real name. Medby's just my screen name. You can call me Meddy if you like.
Oh, mighty fine meeting you, Meddy. I'm Sam.
Is that all you are?
I couldn't rightly say. I ain't no more or less than Sam.
You're cute, strange cowboy man.
Strange cowboy man.
I don't know that you should be calling your potential therapist cute, miss.
Not in a touching bodies way. I mean, you're more like a rabbit. Or a mouse. Oh, I want to dress you up in a little mouse onesie and watch you scurry about.
What the hell? That's more of a me thing, dear.
You can keep your hat on and be a little cowboy mouse. Oh, I like that very much.
I'd do that. I'd make that a character. Yeah.
I'd keep you in a little cage and give you lots of cheese and, of course, a wheel to run on. You can be my whiskery little pet.
What is the matter, Samuel?
I think I'm out of my depth here, Chief. I ain't keen to be anyone's pet.
Older vampires such as myself can sometimes be uncomfortable to be around. I believe this will be an excellent challenge in setting boundaries, Samuel. Explain to her your boundaries. You will be modeling positive behavior and saving yourself a little trouble.
Yeah, just a little.
All the more reason to be clear and polite right now. Good luck, Samuel. I know you can do it.
You look distracted, little mouse. Have you smelt a bit of cheese? Did your whiskers twitch?
All right, miss, before we keep going, I think we need to set a few boundaries. First of all, I ain't gonna wear no onesie. I don't think I could find one that'd fit.
I could sew one for you. I would make the neck hole really big so that your funny hat would fit right through it.
Okay, well, maybe I wasn't being clear. I don't want to wear a onesie.
But it would make me happy.
Well, wouldn't make me happy, miss.
But I don't like it.
This stuff about putting me in a cage and making me your pet are things you should be doing with a blood partner. Besides, I make the rules about my own body. If I don't want something, you gotta respect it or find a new therapist.
You don't want me to do things to your body?
You cut that out. I'm serious now.
Hey, now.
Very well. Be that way.
Well, I like cheese, but yeah.
I think that about covers it.
Very well. It's a little boring. People usually let me do what I want to do.
Well, this is less boring then. It's something new.
I suppose you're right. It's very clever, strange cowboy man. May I still call you a mouse from time to time, though?
If it'll make you feel comfortable, I guess it ain't hurting me. But let's get to you and why you're here. Now, it said on your intake form that... You're overworked, it said. You're not my first client with that problem. What line of work are you in?
I play video games.
Video games? Like Star Invader?
No, silly. More like Overcharged 2 and Pension Impact. More of an FPS and RPG girl.
I don't know what them things are. I kind of figured video games were just a fad, like collecting ferns was in my time.
Video games are lots of fun. There's even one where you get to play a cowboy and kill bunches and bunches of people. Then you get to pretend you feel bad about it. But after that, you kill even more people.
Shucks, that there might give me some flashbacks. But you're working by playing video games? How's that?
I stream on Glitch.
Gee, I
I
wonder.
have millions and millions of followers there.
Wait just a gosh darn minute. People are paying to watch you pee?
Of course not. That sort of thing would be on my own
Oh my
Xanax
God.
page. If I could pee, which I can't because I'm a vampire.
Wait.
All right, you gotta walk me through this. What's streaming mean if it ain't peeing?
Streaming means to share your computer screen to the internet.
Like watching the cinema, only instead of people shooting each other, it's you answering emails?
Sort of. Mostly people just like to watch people shooting other people. They Only it's little computer people that only look like people.
Clear as mud. I got some more questions about them funny things you mentioned, though. What's Only Zealots?
That's a very special website where my very special
Oh my
followers
God.
get to see me do naughty things for money.
You've been around a long while. Do you need money?
No, of course not. But I do like having mortal bloodbags who will do anything for me. They're very useful.
I get it. You're a vampire. Yeah, got it.
This whole thing makes me feel old.
But you're only a baby vampire, strange.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm glad you're not the kind of baby who poops and pees, though. That's quite icky.
I had some more questions. What's all this RPG and FPS stuff?
Role-playing games and first-person shooters.
I like RPGs, but I like indie stuff and other things. You know what? This is you guys' conversation. It's like you pick the first two things. I don't know, because...
Kind of dark to be playing games about the first person you ever shot. That ain't a good moment.
Jesus, strange cowboy man.
You're extra silly. It's a video game with a first-person perspective. It only looks as though you're shooting someone. I like the ones where there's lots and lots of blood. I end up feeling quite hungry.
Are they still using corn syrup to look like blood? It never looked realistic to me.
They don't use corn syrup in video games. You're very funny.
I'm glad I'm funny, I guess. Let me ask you something else about these video games. All right, I think I understand a little better. You're working pretty dang hard for all them followers. What do you need them for?
Lots of things. They pay my rent for me. They buy clothes and gifts for me.
I have gotten gifts from my friends from streaming. And I still want other. But that I can get all that myself. I'll be your entertainment, and then you know. Then you say, "Oh my God, you're so cool." That's it, though. I have gotten gifts from you guys, like more accessible ways to play video games, and I've gotten gifts because of this, but not very often, and that's okay.
They dispose of all the bodies, and they let me kill them too. They're all so eager to die. Poor little lambs.
They're like servants?
Servants, little sheep, whatever you'd like to.
And they're willing to just up and die for you?
Oh, naturally. Sometimes all I have to do is smile for them. They find it enchanting.
She has the heterochromia.
And they quite like my breasts and vulva.
Oh, I see.
Does it make you
18
uncomfortable
bloodstream.
when we say breasts and vulva?
I reckon I just wasn't expecting that level of...
Breasts, vulva.
She's trying to creep him out.
Hey, come on now.
Oh, but it's so much fun to watch your little whiskers twitch.
So, these followers of yours do a lot of work for you.
But I have almost 100 million little sheep. It's rather difficult to manage them all and keep them happy.
Why do you need to keep so many servants happy?
I need my sheep. If I don't have them, I'll have nothing.
Is it really true that if you don't have your followers, you won't have anything? Ain't you got other stuff you're interested in?
Yep.
Suppose I enjoy reading and video games. And I can do those things alone. There's also playing games with my body.
Oh, yep, there's that.
Which Americans don't do. You like to shoot people instead. Bang, pow, ugh.
That ain't always true. But let's get back to what you were saying.
If I don't make them all happy, they'll turn against me. All I'll be is the lonely, crazy girl with a flat full of stinky corpses. I just want to look at my body parts anyway. Don't know much else to share, it seems.
Oh.
I should make my little sheep happy. After all, they are willing to die for me.
You say you should keep your followers happy. Do you like it when they're happy?
Yeah, I do.
Just because I kill my bloodbags doesn't mean I wish to be cruel. After all, they're so cute when they die with smiles on their precious little face.
I'm glad to hear that, but here's the thing. When you say you should make them happy, you turn it into a responsibility. If you got 100 million people,
But it is
you
my
should
responsibility
please.
if I like
That's pressure
streaming.
you don't need. Get what I'm saying?
You are too sweet, little mouse.
Yeah, it's our responsibility to get up and do it.
Someone might try to eat you.
Heck, they already
just
did.
means don't
How do you think I
fight
turned
out.
into a vampire? Hold them horses just a minute there. I still gotta challenge you on a few of them things you just said.
I need my sheep. If I don't have them, I'll have nothing. If I don't make them all happy, they'll turn against me.
Oh, wait a minute. That's one of them double control fallacies.
A control fallacy? What is that, manling?
Man, like,
It's the idea that you either have complete control over something or no control over something. The idea that you can make everyone happy is something that ain't in anyone's power. And assuming you have no control and they'll all turn against you ain't true either.
That is true, I suppose. I can do things you couldn't dream of. But I won't show them to you because you're an American.
That is much appreciated, miss. And now about the
he's
stuff you
just
were
like, no, you don't get anything. You're American. Kapow. Like,
All I'll be is the lonely, crazy girl with a flat full of stinky corpses. I just want to look at my body parts anyway. Don't have much else to share, it seems.
Come on now, you've been around for nearly 2,000 years. How in the heck could you have nothing to offer? I'm sure you could tell me all sorts of things about history and the places you've been to and the things you've done.
If I talk about things I like, my followers abandon me. Fickle little bloodbags. They always like it when I show off, though.
That's a problem with your followers, not you. Don't go disqualifying the positive things about yourself just because they don't see them.
I think every streamer needs to hear that. Yo, if people don't like what you're putting out or things like that, I mean, then obviously like be open to feedback and try to have an open mind and not be overly critical of anyone, yourself or other people. But like, don't quit doing something that you like or that you enjoy, such as content creation or insert thing you like to do here, just because someone used to drive with it but now doesn't, or never drived with it, or just doesn't like what you do. It's okay. I mean, the best thing that I learned is like the less seriously you take it, like being on camera and stuff, the better it goes. And also, like, there's no right or wrong way to do it. You're literally just projecting your computer screen, and I'm doing my best to connect with people in a safe way and share something with you guys. And I thought this game was cute. Yeah. But anyway, I feel like we all need to hear that. Y'all give yourselves a pat on the back. If you work really hard and you love your streams and you do your best to follow your dreams, give yourself a pat on the back, because it's a fact that I just rapped. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna put the mic down now. I'm gonna mute while we finish up this girl's case file thing, and then we'll get back to it. I'm gonna get some water, so I might hit you with the be right back screen in a second. Thanks. Bye. For a little while. For a little minute. For a little baby minute. I'll be with you about another hour, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go, and then I will wish you guys a good day. Good time of day. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. There's a game I wanted to show you. Sorry for yelling, y'all. There is a game I wanted to show you, but I wanted to get you part 2 of this out first. So, yeah. Everybody say thank you, Strange Cowboy Man. Thank you, Strange Cowboy.
Very kind, manling. If you were one of my followers, I might even let you live.
A very kind gesture, miss.
I can't help but think, though, I should make my little sheep happy. After all, they are willing to die for me.
Hold them horses just a minute there. I still gotta...
I need my sheep. If I don't make them all happy,
Her follower count is greater than the entire population of the Earth when I was young.
if I don't make them all happy, they'll turn against me.
Oh, wait a minute. That's one of them...
A con-
It's the idea... And that...
all help be is the
I think you know how.
all help be is the lonely, crazy girl with a flat full of stinky corpses.
Let's ease off them labeling terms. Don't go calling yourself crazy.
But I am crazy. And I know how strange I sound to these short-lived creatures.
I reckon I might sound the same if I were around as long as you and seen some of the stuff you've seen. Besides, crazy ain't got any kind of real meaning. What's sane? You've been around a while. You know them definitions change all the time.
Yes,
I
exactly.
suppose that's true. Don't think any of us are really sane.
I think that's a heck of a lot closer to the truth.
You make me seem very silly for worrying so much about my blood bags. I'm not a very good vampire, am I?
Well, what's a good vampire supposed to do?
My blood father used to tell me that we were supposed to be God, told me that we would rule all humanity. I imagine he'd be ever so disappointed in me.
Well, blood parents are always complicated. They like continuing their legacies, but people ain't too good at being anything but...
I wish someone would tell him that. He's a very...
Well, you should be proud of yourself for getting away from him. I know it ain't easy.
I didn't leave him. The druid sealed him away long ago. He'll slow our soul when he escapes. And there will be nothing we can do. Oh, it's gonna be ever so much blood.
I ain't gonna worry too much about this fella. Besides, if he is coming back to kill us all, we only got so much time to enjoy. These dang followers of yours have got you stuck at home, though.
It's better this way. It's not safe outside.
I'll have you guys know most of the time I would be home anyway.
Well, why do you say that?
Because there are bad people out there. They've tried to burn me, touch me, enslave me. They are cruel and horrible. If I stay in one place, I have power. Instead of them burning me, I can burn them and touch them and enslave them. They used to call me Calich Namona, the witch of the bogs. I like it that way. I like it when they think I'm a monster. If I want to be safe, I should show them what a monster I really am from the safety of my lair. Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
I know you've been through some tough times, but there's some stuff you're saying that just doesn't square with reality. Let's go over what you just said.
Because there are bad people out there. They've tried to burn me, touch me, enslave me. They are cruel and horrible.
Medi has quite an extreme opinion about all of humanity. What kind of distortion would that be?
Because there are bad people out.
Medi has quite an extreme opinion about all of humanity. What kind of distortion would that be?
Because there are bad people.
I know you've been through some tough times, Mitty, and you got a hell of a lot of reasons to think people are all awful. But those experiences ain't the be-all and end-all. There's a lot of bad, a lot of good, and even more in between.
Maybe. But it's safer to assume that it's all bad. Mortals are very afraid, and when mortals are afraid, they are quite cruel.
That's more of that all-or-nothing thinking. There's billions of people out there now, and more differences between each and every one of them than you'd expect.
But I don't need to endanger myself anymore. I have my sheep.
I'm sure we'll get to talking about them real soon.
We can talk about them now. They help me stay in my flat. If I stay in one place, I have power. Instead of them burning me, I can burn them and touch them and enslave them.
With all due respect, miss, you're playing with sunshine here. Life is always going to change. That's the one thing we can be sure of. Your retreating from society is only going to make it harder to face the changes ahead.
Such as when the machines arrived.
What machines are you talking about?
The ones in the factories. The ones who made me leave the bog did not like that very much.
Oh, look, I didn't want to upset you. You're here to handle the world a little better, and that means being honest about what might happen. That makes sense?
Yes. The machines keep getting stronger. I should be ready for them.
All right. Well, let's keep talking.
They used to call me Kalich Namona. The way, if I want to be safe, I should. Living alone is.
I know you've been through some.
Because they're bad if I stay in. They used to call me. If I want to be safe, I should. Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known.
I know you've been through some tough.
Because there are bad people out there if I stay in one place. They used to call me Kalich Namona, the witch of the bogs. I like it that way. I like it when they think I'm a monster. If I want to be safe, I should show them what a monster I really am from the safety of my lair. Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known.
I know you've been through some tough times, but there's some stuff you're saying that just doesn't square with reality. Let's go over.
Because there are bad people out there. They've tried to burn me, touch me, enslave me. They are cruel and horrible. If I stay in one place, I have power. Instead of them burning me, I can burn them and touch them and enslave them. They used to call me. If I want to be. Living alone is the life.
I know you've been through some tough times, but there's some stuff you're saying that just doesn't square with reality. Let's go over what you just said.
Because there are bad people out there. If I stay in one. They used to call me Kalich Namona.
Hey,
The witch of the bogs.
I'm pretty sure that's a bug.
I like it when they think I'm a monster.
Or maybe I can just keep clicking, I don't know.
Oh, hold on a sec, Mitty.
All right,
I get
label
that
it.
there's safety in people thinking you're some kind of monster. But what I can't abide is you calling yourself one. Names have power. You know what they used to call me?
Fuzzy McWhiskers. Scaly Tail Sam. Ooh,
Right, I'm gonna mute the mic a
Scurrying
little
Sam.
They called me Slaughtering Sam. And as you might imagine, I didn't earn many friends with that name.
That's not very cute at all.
No, it ain't. I didn't feel cute neither. I felt like an evil bastard, and that ain't a good feeling.
I didn't say I liked being a monster. It just makes me feel safe.
Then let's find a way to help you feel safe without calling yourself a monster then, huh? But
If I want to be safe, I should show them what a monster I really am from the safety of my lair.
well, why should you show them what a monster you are?
So that they'll know to stay away, of course.
And is that the only way people will stay away?
It's the way I know. I used to put severed heads outside my cottage, but the policemen don't like that very much.
Yeah, see? She's inside for your sake.
So what if I said you should protect yourself by putting severed heads outside your place again?
I'd say you should learn otherwise. The police can be very mean.
That's what I mean. Should doesn't allow a lot of wiggle room. It might seem like it's just words, but them words can lock us up tighter in a bank vault. But let's keep talking.
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
You know, you're what, some 1,800 years old?
There we go. I
You're
was
older
wondering
than
what that
any
one
government
was
on
when she
Earth.
first
You've
said
seen
it.
the world change in ways none of us
Got
could
it.
dream of. Hell, you basically won the internet, and I can barely open up my Vmail program. You're way more capable than you're giving yourself credit for.
I suppose that's true. But I'm not very good with real life people. Unless I'm eating them.
You're still disqualifying the positive by canceling out all them skills you got. You can use all that modern lingo I've barely even heard of. You dab, fam?
You jab? That's not...
See what I'm saying?
You are very clever, sweetling. It is easy to forget how small and weak mortals are. The world is a big place full of things that might try to hurt me.
Well, before you face the world, why don't we start with your neighborhood? Let's start slow. Take a walk around your block, 15 minutes a day. Just spend a little time outside looking at the moon.
I do. Sometimes.
I suppose if anyone tries to hurt me, I should be able to kill them or enslave them.
Now her brain's back doing the other thing already. I love
Very
this.
well, strange cowboy man. If anyone does kill me, I'll simply become a ghost. Then I can whisk myself up your bottom with a little ghost needle and poke at your gut.
I don't think it'll come to that. Just spend some time outside and see how you feel, and we'll talk again in a month. Sound good?
A month? Boy.
Very well. I suppose my followers outside must be eager to carry my coffin home. I promised I would eat them when we got there, so shouldn't keep them waiting. Farewell then, little mouse.
Hoo-wee!
Well done, my friend. You seem a little out of sorts. Are you quite all right?
She was something else.
Like so many of our kind, she simply struggles to adjust to a constantly changing world. I think you will be of great help to her. She clearly likes...
That's what I'm afraid of.
You are under my protection while you are here, Samuel. I guarantee no ghosts will travel up your posterior. You have done excellent work tonight. Please, relax downstairs. Summer will be here before we know it, and the nights shall become short once again. Rest in peace, my friend.
Tarnation. I'm glad the kids here aren't glued to their little TVs. I wonder why that is. I'll bet Crimson knows.
Giddy up, little doggy.
I ain't heard that one in a while.
Truth is, I'm running out of cowboy terms. What can I get you, handsome?
How about a kind ear for my troubles?
You got a real old school way of seeing bartending. But in this case, you're right. I am a good listener. Lay it on me.
I got this new client. Makes me feel old.
250-year-old man feels old.
Yeah. But seriously, I thought I understood people, but she's from another time, like. I've been around a long time, and I ain't seen nothing quite like this internet. But my client lives there.
And you think you can't help her because you don't understand the internet?
I reckon I can be of some aid. Just gotta figure out all this technology. My dial-up modem might not be up to today's standard.
Maybe you were right. You are ancient, but I'm glad you're feeling confident, cowboy. A vampire who can adapt is a mighty fine one.
Yes. Yes.
Gosh.
Here's the thing, cowboy. Nobody understands. I don't feel old yet, though. Still just glad to be alive, thanks to Andy's blood.
Oh, yeah?
I know you've been curious about why I've been drinking vampire blood. You don't have to pretend. I've got a rare blood cancer. Andy's blood is what's keeping me alive.
Oh, I'm real sorry.
I didn't say I was dying. I said I had cancer. Stop making that face. I'm just glad I found Andy. Don't think I was quite ready to die.
Well, I, for one, am glad you're sticking around, Crimson.
Well, thank you kindly. So what'll it be, Sam? You ain't gonna dance?
No, I ain't gonna dance.
You owe me that story one day, cowboy. Here, have a little something I whipped up for Andy. Herbal blood tea.
No garlic, right?
No garlic.
Mighty kind of you. Maybe I'll take a nightcap. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
Adios, muchacho.
I think that's my last client for a while. My caseload's big enough. I'm starting to get overwhelmed. Maybe something from one of my books will inspire me. But then again, I could watch cartoons instead. I think I'll read a poem. I've got one I love. Care of one, Walt Whitman. I celebrate myself and sing myself. And what I assume, you shall assume. For every atom belonging to me, as good belongs to you.
Yes, I say something similar as well, and some of my friends do. Not in the exact wording, but I like poetry too as well. And I also write mine. I'm gonna release my own book of it. But yeah, I'm about to say this back so I can remember it. I celebrate myself and sing myself, and what I assume, you shall assume. For every atom belonging to me, as good belongs to you.
I loaf and invite my soul. I lean and loaf.
We're not bread, are we bread?
Observing a spear of summer grass.
I loaf and invite my soul. I learn and loaf at my ease, observing a spear of summer grass.
My tongue, every atom of my blood, formed from this soil, this air. Born here of parents born here, from parents the same, and their parents the same. I, now 37 years old, in perfect health begin, hoping to cease not till death.
My tongue, every atom of my blood, formed from this soil. We're supernatural bread. Yes, we are. My tongue, every atom of my blood, formed from this soil, this air, born here from parents the same, and their parents the same. I now, 37 years old, in perfect health begin, hoping to cease not till
Creeds
death.
and schools in abeyance. Retiring back a while, sufficed at what they are, but never forgotten.
I'm glad to
I
see
harbor
you
for
here.
good or bad.
Thank you. I
I
appreciate
permit
you
to
for being
speak at
here.
every hazard.
I secretly hope
Nature
you would think
without
this
check,
is funny too.
with original energy.
Creeds and schools in abeyance, retiring back a while, sufficed at what they are, but never forgotten. I harbor for good or bad. I permit to speak at every hazard. Nature without check, with original energy.
Just a little reminder that I'm still human.
Just a little reminder that I'm still human.
I think that's enough action for one night. Time I got me some shut-eye. Good night, son.
Good night, Moon.
A fine evening to you, Samuel. How are you feeling tonight?
Not bad, not bad. A little overwhelmed, but I guess I kind of have a lot going on these days.
Indeed you do. The mind is an easy place to get lost in, is it not?
You ain't kidding. Keeping all them cognitive distortions in my head and sorting through all my clients' problems ain't easy.
We are not machines, Samuel. I believe you will find that you can never handle everything at once. There is a term the mortals use these days, multitasking. It's a kind of meta-control fallacy. Even we must handle thoughts one at a time.
I guess. I just hope I can concentrate on my own therapy with all this stuff bouncing around in my noggin.
I do not expect you to be an exception to the rule, my dear fellow. Let us see whether we can clear your head. I would like to introduce you to a ritual I have learned for stealing the mind.
This some kind of ancient vampire secret? Something the old ones gave you that's been lost to time?
No, it's just meditation.
Oh,
That does not make the technique any less valuable. Now then, close your eyes. I will guide you through this process. Think of a place that brings you comfort. Where is it?
It's the same place. My place is still the same place in my head. I just checked. It's the same place.
I'd have to say the woods. I always liked being in nature.
Then imagine the woods and let your thoughts come to you. Be attuned to your body. Breathe, and you will be able to address your thoughts and clear your mind. Now close your eyes and begin.
All right. What? First, breathe in, press and hold. Then out, let go. Watch here.
I ain't cut out for this therapy thing. Andy sure is a tall glass of water. I miss my princess. I kinda miss farting. Focus, Sam, focus. Who's got a pretty mane?
Yeah, I forgot to breathe too while I was telling him to breathe. I forgot to breathe.
Wonder what's on Batflix.
Oh boy, how to do. What the hell is this?
How are you feeling now?
Yeah, all right. Fine, really. All them thoughts just feel like thoughts.
What sorts of things came up for you?
Well, I thought about my clients. I thought about all them cognitive distortions. My horse came up a lot.
Your horse?
Yeah, Princess. She was my horse back when I was alive. I still think about her every day. I can't really stop.
I understand. I have bonded with many horses in my own life, but it sounds as though the loss of Princess was particularly fraught.
Oh.
Yeah,
Would you like to start there?
not sure I'd like it. But seeing as it's come up, maybe we should talk about what happened to her. It's got a lot to do with my old gang.
Oh.
I mentioned them before. The Mystic Bastards was their name. They were the gang to join if you had nothing to lose, and I had nothing to lose.
That sounds like some Nosferatu thinking, my friend.
Oh, I can see that now. But it turned out I still did have something to lose. And they took that from me to prove my loyalty. They took my princess. Killed her in cold blood.
Oh.
And made me watch the whole thing. They made sure she saw me too.
Oh.
Oh, Samuel. I am so sorry.
Oh. Me too. I'm sorry. Oh.
I just stood there, watching her dying, with them big eyes looking at me like she knew I betrayed her.
Oh.
They knew what it would take to break me. And it's my fault for letting them do it.
But Samuel, these mystic bastards, it sounds as though these loyalty tests were a cruel, mechanical part of their indoctrination process. These are the actions of a cult. They had no special care for you or your princess.
Well, it sure as shit worked. They knew where to hit me, and it's my fault for letting it happen.
What they did, Samuel, had little to do with you personally. You were vulnerable, and they took advantage. This is what cults do. But Samuel, you are exhibiting a cognitive distortion known as personalization. You are attributing the mystic bastard's actions entirely to your own supposed failings. While it is natural to grieve for your horse, holding yourself solely responsible is neither fair nor accurate.
Can I just say I really love the art style? Like, I know I mentioned this before in the first video, but I really love this art style. Like, it's really defined. It looks rather comic-y. Like, if you slapped it on paper, it'd be really, like, bold. And it's very, like, I don't know. I don't have words. I don't want to sound, I don't want to butcher anything, but I don't know. It's very well done. Very well done.
Hold on a sec, my head's hurting. I can't hold on to all them distortions all the time. Ain't personalization a lot like a control fallacy?
An astute observation, Samuel. Personalizations are often a form of control fallacy. While control fallacies often manifest as a belief that you have more control over external events than is actually the case, personalization is a more specific tendency to believe that external events are reactions to you. But let us leave control fallacies out of the picture for now. You are correct that keeping all distortions in mind at once is unrealistic. I would not interrupt your thoughts if I did not think personalization important. You are shouldering the blame for Princess's death. I can see that.
Well, if it ain't my fault, who else's is it?
The Mystic Bastards, of course. Let me put it into perspective for you. I will make a series of statements, and you help me identify the personalization
Hold on,
distortion.
y'all. I got to scoot back in my chair. If you can see me wiggling around a lot, it's because like I'm a little bit uncomfortable at the moment. I'll be right back. Thank y'all for being here again. Dandy, it's nice to see you, and thank you for being here. We're on episode 2 of this visual novel. I'll be right back in 1 sec. I'm gonna get some water and scoot around in this chair a bit. Oh, it's very uncomfortable. Hold on 1 sec. All I gotta do is like shift a butt cheek or something. Don't worry about it. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. Hey, I think I'm back now. I had to get some food next to me, and I've got something about games that I need to tend to. Like, really, I actually just got busy in the middle of a stream. That did not come out the way it should have. But like, I really like. I've got to do stuff in the middle of a stream. I will do the full 2 hours, so I'm gonna be here for around 30 more minutes, and let's do a quick recap what we did today. All right, remember to hydrate, y'all, and I hope you're having a happy Friday, a very happy Friday. Okay, so this is episode 2 of Vampire Therapy. Remember, you guys, I feel like I don't feel like I should have to keep saying this. I feel like, people should have someone like looking out for them, obviously. But for the people who don't, this is not a real substitute for therapy. If you feel it is in your best interest to receive therapy, then, you go do the thing. You look for resources. Ask someone you trust or that you feel you can trust for some help. And I'm sure people will point you in the right direction. There are also lots of numbers that you can call if you're in a crisis. But yeah, this isn't a substitute for real therapy. Have a good time, and basically, you should all know that we're all basically weirdos. And if you have a problem, somebody else has that problem. And we've all lived through weird stuff before. So don't worry, you're not alone and all of that. Alright, let's get our desktop audio back on here. I'm having so much trouble with my chair seatings today. I don't know why. I think it's just my back. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we're talking about personalization distortion.
I overslept in my coffin because I forgot to set my alarm.
That's,
I bit Crimson's neck last night and missed the vein because I was distracted. It was entirely my fault. Batflix raised my subscription price again because they knew I would pay no matter what.
Well, that's the personalization. Batflix has no earthly clue who you are. They just raise their subscription prices anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just as your gang planned to isolate members from their former lives. Do you see the connection?
I guess so. I was just too stupid to see it at the time.
Ah, calling yourself stupid is what distortion?
Yeah,
It's labeling.
Yeah, it's labeling. But I should have known anyway. I knew that crew was bad news. I just thought I was bad news too.
You should have known. That's another distortion of reality, Samuel.
All right, fine. Should statement, whatever. So what the hell am I supposed to do, Andy? Say nothing's ever my fault and I don't gotta know nothing? I was responsible for getting that beautiful horse killed.
Oh my god. They're going through more of his story, and I'm just sitting here like, what in the world is going on? Wait, what's going on? Why can't I hear my... Wait, hold on.
She trusted me, and if I'd been someone else, she wouldn't have had to die in that awful way.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. I was making sure we were good, y'all. Sorry about me stopping my words mid-sentence. Okay.
I am not asking you to lie to yourself. Far from it. And I am not suggesting that you absolve yourself of all responsibility. But what would you say if a friend came to you with the same story?
Oh.
Would you tell them what they should have done? Would you call them stupid? You said yourself that you joined your gang because they were the gang to join if you had nothing to lose.
Yeah, I suppose.
Remember, Samuel, we are trying to reframe our thinking by clarifying these distortions. I know it may feel as though I am picking on you, but I am not. Let us forget what you should have done to make room for a different distortion. You are drawing a direct link from your emotion to the death of your horse. This is a distortion called emotional reasoning. I understand the guilt you feel, Samuel, but your guilt does not act on its own. This terrible thing, it did happen. And some choices you made undoubtedly created the circumstances for it to occur. You are not blameless, but let us restrict your blame to what you have actually done.
I'm sorry. I get awful worked up when talking about my princess. You should have seen her, Andy. She had these eyes. She looked right into my tainted soul and still loved me.
I understand, Samuel. We feel tremendous guilt when we fail an animal. When we look at reality, it is not to dismiss our burdens, but to process them fairly. I would like you to understand emotional reasoning so you can see how emotions color our thoughts. Please listen, and call me out when I am using emotional reasoning. I feel anxious. Perhaps it is the garlic naan I stole from the Indian restaurant next door.
Well, that's some emotional reasoning, right? You're connecting your anxiety to the garlic next door.
But this is not emotional reasoning. I do not suggest my anxiety is the cause of the garlic, but rather the garlic is the potential cause of my anxiety.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense, I think. Why do we have a problem with garlic anyway?
I have no clue. But there is a lot about being undead that doesn't make a lot of sense. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I guess I try not to question the weirder stuff.
The mood in my club is somber tonight. I am sure it is a reflection of my own dark mood.
That's the emotional reasoning right there. I don't think them folk in the club know too much about how you're feeling.
Exactly. Our emotions can feel all-encompassing, and that is purely biological. We are animals, Samuel. There is a small cluster of brain tissue at the base of the cranium that tells us we are safe or that we are about to die.
That one thinks there's a tiger just or something in the bushes. That part of my brain, or maybe if you know what, I said this isn't a substitute for real therapy, but I'm seriously, I know my stuff. I suffer with the same sort of stuff. Everything's on the spectrum, you know what I mean? So I have those thoughts and like 36 more, probably all at the same time. And sometimes I can be pretty all or nothing and catastrophize things, and oh my god. And yeah. But that part of my brain, the one where he's like, there's a small cluster of brain tissue at the base of the cranium that tells us we are safe or that we are about to die. That thing right there in my brain, like, that knob is broken or stuck somewhere in the middle. It's always just trying to, like, straddle in between, like, I'm safe or, oh my god, we're gonna die all the time. So
The complexity of our existence is at odds with our biology, but we have the logic to recognize it.
Well, if reincarnation's a thing, I think I'd rather come back as a horse.
It is indeed a boon and a curse to have human complexity of thought.
No kidding. If I were a horse, I'd know better than to join any cowboy gang, let alone the Mystic Bastards. I'd be happy with a bag of oats and a field to run around in.
How did you end up with the Mystic Bastards in the first place?
Well, like I said, I didn't have much choice. Nobody would have taken me in at that point, except a hangman, maybe. I wasn't a vampire yet, so the last job I did got my brother killed. And after that, my wife left with my daughter and I never saw him again. Can't say I blame her.
I didn't know this was Strange Cowboy Man's story. I like it. Thank you, Strange Cowboy Man.
I didn't have nobody. Ain't no surprise that a vampire gang would be the only people to take me in.
Aha, so that is how you turned.
Yes, sir. It wasn't pleasant. Not the candlelight and writhing body sort of affair you see in mortal things.
That is terrible, Samuel. The turning is never easy.
That job that got my brother killed, we partnered up with one of them Mystic Bastards for it. He knew where to find me.
And he knew you were vulnerable and that you had no place to go.
I've thought about that. Were they setting me up all along? Maybe. But whether they were or not, I really didn't have any place to go. I know when them wanted dead or alive posters go up, folk find dead easier and more fun. People saw me as outlaw scum when I was a kid, and there was no way they were going to be kinder knowing I was in a gang.
You know this for a fact. You are certain that no one would have any pity on you at all, that your only recourse was to join your gang?
I guess I don't actually know that no one but the bastards would have taken me in. Sounds like a cognitive distortion, huh?
I think you see the patterns now. It may seem like pedantry, and perhaps it is, but pedantry is the search for ultimate truth.
Spoken like a true pedant.
It comes with being terrifyingly old.
And can I just say, the vampire, his laugh is like insane. It's good. It's good.
You discovered the cognitive distortion before I could point it out to you. It is a cognitive distortion similar to Nosferatu thinking, so let us put that particular distortion out of our minds for now. Yes, things were grim for you, but your experiences caused you to assume that there were none who would favor you with a kind eye. You were exhibiting the cognitive distortion of overgeneralization, the idea that no mortal could accept you. This clouded truth made you vulnerable to the mystic bastard's approach.
Damn. Maybe we ain't wrong, huh? I should have joined the Foreign Legion or something. Dang it, should statement.
Your mind is not a cognitive distortion shooting gallery, Samuel. Cut yourself some slack. All we seek is recognition of our distortions, not perfection and not punishment. Let us test your ability to recognize overgeneralization. Then I believe we will have covered enough for tonight. Allow me to begin. Elder vampires are insufferable. They all think they know everything.
Wait, ain't you an elder vampire? You don't seem like much of a know-it-all.
That's right, Samuel. Though in all honesty, I used to be quite insufferable myself. I aspire to be more patient these days. Let me continue. It seems to me that being a werewolf is pretty rough. My friend, we are only focusing on overgeneralizations right now. Try once more. Elder vampires are insufferable. They all think they know everything.
So he wants me to click over generalization for like the next 3 answers, I guess.
Wait, ain't you an elder vampire? You don't seem like much of a...
That's right. I aspire to be... It seems to me that being a werewolf is pretty rough.
Well, that's kind of an overgeneralization, ain't it? You don't really know what being a werewolf is like.
I agree, but I only said that it seemed to me that being a werewolf was rough.
Oh, well, that dog joke has got to be a distortion of some kind.
No, it is just a bad joke. Vampires from Transylvania all have funny accents. I want to suck your blood. Who talks like this?
That seems like an overgeneralization, Andy. I ain't sure any of them ever sounded like that. Pretty sure they all sound American these days anyway from watching bat flicks all the time.
Correct, Samuel. I apologize for the offensive accent. It was employed only to prove a point. Well done, Samuel. Your ability to identify cognitive distortions continues to impress. But let us bring things back to you. I do not ask you to absolve yourself of the things you have done. You did not have the tools to be mindful of the thought patterns that made you vulnerable to the mystic past. I have seen mindfulness take root in you, though, Samuel. I hope this session has been helpful to you.
Yeah, I'm still sad. I'm still regretful about Princess. I think I'll always be. My not being mindful is what killed her. Every time I think about it, I just know I'm a terrible person who messes everything up. But I think the awareness helps.
It does. Then please tell me what cognitive distortion you just exemplified. Was it emotional reasoning, overgeneralization, or personalization?
I guess it was kind of all of them.
Masterful deduction, Samuel. Your sense of self-awareness is most impressive.
Yeah, I'd say I do all right. Yeah, do it right.
Remember, cognitive distortions are not a cudgel to beat yourself with.
And thank you for reminding me of that too.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. If we're spouting cognitive distortions all the time, ain't my clients gonna be mad at my constantly interrupting them?
You continue to impress. Yes, we cannot bully our clients with distortions. Thus, I find it is best to clear our minds and focus on a few during each session. Keeping endless distortions in mind is not easy for a therapist either, after all. I think we have done excellent work tonight, and I'm certain you've built up a thirst. I know this evening was emotionally intense. Ask Crimson for some scotch.
Drinking booze ain't exactly compatible with our biology, Andy.
I do. Guys, I do have another game that I want to show you. It won't be like immediately right after this one, but stay tuned. There will be more games always. Yeah, I'm back in the swing of things.
By scotch, I mean Scottish blood. It's iron-rich and quite delicious. I age it in whiskey barrels.
That sounds pretty nice. I might just do that and call it an early night.
As you wish, Samuel. Rest well, and do not lasso yourself so tightly, as you say. You are deserving of love, especially from yourself.
I'm just gonna leave before I get more embarrassed.
Very well, Samuel. Rest in peace, my friend. Samuel, greetings. You are seeing Dr. Drain again tonight, yes?
I don't remember if I enjoyed Dr. Drain or not. I think it's the or Drain or whatever it's called. But I don't know if she's the hoity-toity one. But like the really dramatic like other vampire that kind of looks like him, but he's a little bit of fairer skin, and he's also smaller frame and has like those purple baggy eyes. Like, he's actually my favorite. Don't tell Andromachos.
That's right. I'm keen to see how he's getting on. That fella's got himself wrapped up real tight.
Do not expect too much change too quickly. It takes a while for thoughts to internalize, even when we know the truth of them logically. It took me only 2,800 years or so to internalize what I needed.
I don't think the doc's gonna be too keen to wait that long.
I do not think he will have to. Unlike myself, he...
Oh gosh, I barely know what I'm doing, boss. I'm not sure I can keep track.
I do not expect you to. We humans are distortion machines, my friend. But let us ensure we address Dr. Drain's core distortion. You know what it is, don't you?
It's disqualifying the positive, ain't it?
Dr. Drain does indeed exhibit this cognitive distortion, as we all, but there is a distortion that truly drives his decision-making. I think you can tell me what it is.
That fella's a should statement machine, I'll tell you what.
That's right. We can be certain he will carry this distortion with him, but I would like you to pick the rest to keep in mind. Up until this point, you have addressed client distortions in small clusters, but now that you are aware of more cognitive distortions, you will notice them everywhere. We must not use cognitive distortions as weapons to beat our clients with, so pick 4 more to keep in mind during your session.
But what do I do if I detect he's showing the distortions I'm putting aside?
You do not need to address all of them, my friend. You will not catch every distortion, and if you did, I believe your clients would find you irritating. I do not alert you to half of your cognitive distortions. We know that Dr. Drain will exhibit should statements. What else do you think he will come to this session with?
I think I've got what I need now.
Very good, Samuel. I will leave you to it. Have confidence. It is well earned.
Okay, so from my last session with this dude, the one that invented the drug or whatever, the one that's having like a little bit of trouble with it. Well, actually a lot. Like a lot. think he feels like super guilty about it. Last time we saw him, we just like tapped on the surface of like, you know, what he was struggling with, but he did make a lot of should statements. There's obviously control fallacies in there. All or nothing thinking will come from the fact that, like, dude, obviously, like, he's pretty much like a workaholic, and he's put like everything into this one, like a theorem or whatever. That's the word. And yeah, I just feel like there's gonna be a lot of that in there. And the labeling, actually, I think that went for another client, but I had it on my mind at the same time. So, yeah, forgive me.
I guess I just gotta believe you. All right, Andy, I'll do my best.
I know you will. I will see you after your session.
I think I'm ready, and here comes the man himself. Dr. Drain, good to see you again.
Yes, well, I wish I could say the same. I have not had the most productive month.
Back on this productive wagon, huh? Last time we were talking about all them should statements.
Yes, exactly. And what a waste of time that was. I took what we spoke about to heart, you know, but the should statements, as you so tritely put them, were the only thing holding me together. You ignored the addiction problem I came to you with. Nay, worse, you told me it was fine. And oh, how eager I was to test that theory.
See, you can't. This boy here just. Because that's not what happened. At all. We didn't even speak about that until like the end of the episode, I think. Yeah.
I have partaken of my awful plasma almost every night. I am more monster than man now.
Don't be justifying your shit with me. Like.
Compadre, you are a labeling machine tonight. Let's slow down and see if we can talk through what's been happening. Let's start with this monster label. Last time you told me that this plasma of yours just made you let loose a little. That don't sound too monstrous to me.
You forget, Sam. We are vampires. When we let loose, all the world suffers.
I gotta say, like, you know what I'm not gonna say. Maybe the character development, like, for this person will shape up. Because I don't want to just be like, bro, he's my least favorite client, and then I just like the ones that are, like, the hardest to work with. Like, what?
Sounds to me like we could be having a fruitful conversation about moderation.
Moderation?
I have a better idea. Seeing as you do not understand the gravity of the situation, I will make you understand. This is the plasma I've spoken of. Pure vampiric essence. I will show you how should statements are the remnants of our humanity. We should not be so quick to cast them away.
Dr. Drain is assigning himself quite an imperative. But whence came this imperative, Samuel?
This is the plasma I've spoken of. Pure vampiric essence. I will show you how should statements are the remnants of our humanity. We should not be so quick to cast them away.
I agree with you that should statements are human, but that don't make them universal. That's the point I'm trying to make. There's lots of ways to live, Doc.
Yep.
That is exactly the problem, Sam. We don't live. And this is the result most dire. Witness the wages of our sin.
Stop carrying, like, eternities on your shoulders. Like, I get that you're a vampire and all, but, like, oh.
Now, hold on a sec, Doc. I think we better...
The time for caution is over. Goodbye, Sam.
Wait a minute. Remember that time I warned y'all about trigger warnings and stuff that might make you feel bad if you have your own trauma as well? That disclaimer that I like to put up at the beginning of the video games to make sure I do. Yeah, we're about to probably talk about a little bit of heavy stuff. I forgot to remind you guys of that. But yeah, heavy stuff's in this video game. Obviously, we're in vampire therapy. So, I don't know what he's about to do right here, but yeah, we'll see.
What in hell?
Now he's young.
Does it feel good to be alive? And who are you, darling?
Hey, baby, use the werewolf now. Lord.
I'm Sam. I'm your therapist, Doc. You know that.
My
Oh, is this-
therapist. Oh, how wonderful.
Oh, I
how
get it.
absolutely
I get it.
pathetic. A vampire therapist. Oh, what a sad, pathetic waste you are, Dr. Drain. Allow me to introduce myself then. I am Lord Lyridus, and unlike that sad sack of quivering shit you've been talking to, I am a vampire. I kill, I drink, I fuck, and I'm dead sexy.
I gotta say, you're looking more relaxed, Doc.
I'm telling you, it's his posture.
Because I have nothing to hide, unlike Dr. Drain, the little twerp. If not for these restrictive clothes, I'd be rubbing my balls over this delightfully soft couch.
What a weird wolf. I don't.
Oh, now, what'd that couch ever do to you?
Yes, I see it in your eyes. You're afraid, aren't you, American? Your Puritan blood chills at the sight of me. Maybe I'll warm it up before I drain it from you and turn you into a husk with a stupid hat.
I wouldn't try it.
I'm not you, though, am I? And I am always hungry.
Can you settle down? Like, please settle down.
I suggest you stay right where you are.
A vampire with a gun? Oh, how our kind have fallen. What are you going to do, cowboy? Kill me?
Nope, but I can make sure the next few months ain't fun for you.
Oh, how very kind of you to care about me, darling. It'll be our dear Dr. Drain who suffers. But I need the little worm for now, so I suppose I'll let you live.
Mighty kind of you. Now you just settle on down and we're gonna have a chat.
Ugh. Talking. We are animals. We are not meant for talking. But very well. At least give me something to drink. I can rely on your piteous human blood to do me that kindness, yes?
All right, but I'm watching you, hombre.
Look all you like. The show is free. This is better than the swill I usually prefer. I'm more of a quantity over quality sort of creature.
Yeah, I know your kind. I used to be a lot like you.
And I suppose now you are just as repressed as the sad creature that exerts control over this luscious body of mine.
I like how he just assumes, like, the strange cowboy man is, likes him. Like, don't assume. Like, I don't even like you. I like some of the more dramatic ones that are, like, more deluded than you are. Why would I? Shut up!
I'm more free than I've ever been, but don't you worry about me. Let's talk about you.
You're going to psychoanalyze me. I live according to my nature. You might as well interview a lion.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm sure you are the way you are for a reason.
You're not wrong about that. You know the answer already. Dr. Drain needs me. I am what is missing in his life.
This Lord Lourdes seems to have a very egocentric view of the world. How would you classify this?
You're not wrong about that.
This Lord Lourdes seems...
You're not wrong about that. You know the answer already.
You think this is all about you, but you're damn wrong. It's about Dr. Drain.
It's the way he worded it. I didn't know it was personalization. It was the way he worded it. Oh. Thank you guys for watching and thank you for being here. Also, I still really appreciate you. All the little talkings, all the little comments on the video. I appreciate y'all. Yeah. Thank you for being here. We're gonna come to a closing point to this episode of the game, and then we'll finish the third. Tomorrow's Saturday. Yes, I'll be back tomorrow. And we'll be back with episode 3 of Vampire Therapy.
Please. The man could die. Has died. And it hasn't made a damn bit of difference to anyone. Without me, he barely even has an existence. Poor fool. His penis was nearly mummified when I got hold of it.
What? Like...
Okay, that's gross and also wrong. Dr. Drain existed long before you did.
If you call that an exist, I am his hidden strength. I am his true essence. He is nothing without me, which he already realizes.
You know, life seems pretty dang easy for you. Everything's so simple, ain't it? Something is and something isn't. Nothing in between. Nosferatu thinking's what I call it.
Why, yes, that's exactly it. Our life is easy. It's you enlightened vampires that make it so difficult. All the answers are so simple. We exist to eat, kill, and defile. All else is simply a lie. And why lie when the truth is so delicious?
Yeah, we all got needs, but we ain't animals. Not even you. You wouldn't be able to appreciate all them dirty deeds you love so much if you were.
A pearl of wisdom from a delectable tart. You speak truly. We are lucky indeed to have the capacity to revel in our depravity. A shame the sad little doctor does not do so. You hear him talk about what he should do, but the sad creature cannot do those things. He should give in to me, and thanks to you, he has begun to.
Lord Luridus condemns Dr. Drain's cognitive distortions while committing them himself. Listen carefully, Samuel.
You hear him talk about what he should do, but the sad creature cannot do those things. He should give in to me, and thanks to you, he has begun to.
Lord Luridus condemns Dr. Drain's cognitive...
You hear him talk about what he should do.
Come on now, you're really countering his shoulds with your shoulds? I think that proves there ain't no such thing as a should everyone agrees on.
But my shoulds are so much more entertaining. His have only bred him hundreds of years of pathetic...
Well, that don't make a damn bit of difference. I bet there are vampires a hell of a lot more depraved than you who think you should be doing things different.
Really? Oh, you must introduce me. If there are holes I don't know about, I should very much like to know where they are.
There. How old are you anyway?
Dr. Drain's been summoning me for 14 years now.
Oh, things are starting to make a lot more sense. You certainly sound like a 14-year-old.
What? Thank you, strange cowboy man.
The transformation has already begun. I will subsume him. His body and his mind will belong to me completely, and Dr. Drain will cease to be.
Lord Luridus seems quite sure that he will suppress all of Dr. Drain. Is this really possible?
The transformation...
You're awful confident about that, but I got bad news for you. You don't control Dr. Drain, he controls you.
Oh, darling. The little doctor controls nothing at all, least of all himself. Make no mistake, he shall be mine.
Oh yeah? And how do you know that?
I know the little wretch far better than you do. He hasn't changed in centuries.
Was he in therapy then?
No, only in the modern age do we make do with such delusional exercises.
So not everything he does is predictable. I don't think you got a good reason to be so confident.
Are you trying to fill my head with doubts? Do you even think that such a thing is possible? There is no such thing as doubt for beings such as we. We live or we die. That's all, and I will live.
Okay. I like his nails. And I like his ears. That's it. Okay? It should be a given that I like their teeth. All of them. You know?
I notice a funny way you and Dr. Drain talk about each other, as though you're totally different people. You really think that's true?
Have you spoken with our pathetic little doctor? You know, he doesn't drink real blood.
That's why he's so weak. Hold on, how's he even alive if he's not drinking blood?
Oh, the little ball of shame didn't tell you. He's not even a vampire. He drinks that synthetic trash he produces instead of real blood.
Seems to me you got a pretty dang narrow definition of what it means to be a vampire. Heck, I don't see you wearing a cape. You sure you ain't just a regular mortal?
Don't be a fool. There is a minimum requirement for being a vampire, that's all. And Dr. Drain does not meet it. He's an embarrassment to our kind, and worse, an embarrassment to me. I wouldn't be surprised if he were a 400-year-old virgin. If it weren't for me, his cock would have shriveled up like a raisin.
I think I'm gonna surprise you, Lord, whatever you're calling yourself, but I think you're right. Dr. Drain does need you, but like it or not, you need him too.
How very bloody dare you? What possible use could I have for a little turd like him?
And none at all, long as you keep calling him names. You keep thinking of him as being a turd, and that's all he's gonna be. I admit, Dr. Drain might have a thing or two to learn from you, but he ain't gonna learn as long as you keep antagonizing.
Oh, come now, the little worm likes it. He is far better at hating Dr. Drain than I am, and I find him entirely loathsome.
Then you ain't giving him room to grow. How would you feel if someone just called you an animal?
I am an animal, pure and perfect. I don't care what anyone thinks of me.
You know, he's, you know, I don't want to like make a bad joke, but like he's saying, I'm an animal, pure and perfect, and I'm just thinking of like the Puss in Boots gift thing. No, nobody. I'll show you in a minute. I'll try to show you like before the end of the stream, or at some point I will, because I do miss that.
Vampires ain't animals, not even the worst of us. The moment we learn to talk and reason, living like beasts.
What a strange creature you are. You dress like a buffoon, but speak like a philosopher. The buffoon is the more admirable of the two. At least he's honest. You and Dr. Drain lie and lie and lie to justify your existence. It's ridiculous to suggest that I need him. What could I possibly need him for? When I tire, I sleep. When I lust, I fuck. When I thirst, I kill. As it should be.
There it is again, that simple thinking and them shoulds that are only yours. Come the hell on. You think we vampires should just go on autopilot? Fuck, sleep, kill, repeat?
Well, naturally, we should ensure that those things are fun. Otherwise, what's the point in doing them?
That's it right there. I agree with you entire.
About time. I'll remove my clothing then. Or perhaps I'll remove yours.
Not so fast. You're missing the point. If we're doing these things because they're fun, well, everybody's got their own idea. That's our human experience at work. Like me, for instance. I'm more of a high intimacy kind of lover.
Oh, boff. You managed to make even delightful things seem so heinous.
I'm only speaking the truth. What makes you so damn sure you know what being a vampire is anyway? Why do you think you've got it all figured out?
Lie to yourself all you like, darling. We're all alike. I know what you crave. Oh, that poor mortal had a family. Who gives a damn? I'm thirsty. That poor mortal must consume in order to live, and so must I. He simply pretends not to enjoy it. I don't need to do any such thing. I love to kill. I love the taste of blood. Why would I love it if it weren't the only way to live?
Point is, you're gonna get real fucking bored if you don't find a reason to do what you're doing.
Do you think I need a purpose? That's a mortal concern. I don't need a fucking legacy. I need blood. The only thing I should do is what I was made to do.
You're just as bad as Dr. Drain with all them should statements. He keeps talking about what he shouldn't do, and you keep talking about what you should do. You both act so damn sure of yourselves. You're so damn sure blood is all you...
Oh, did I forget to mention all the fucking?
No, but hombre, you live forever. Food and sex is enough for animals. They got short lives. They get threatened and they die real quick. I know a lot of vampires who live like animals, and every single one of them is lost. Like him or not, Dr. Drain is your reason for living. Hell, if he didn't make this plasma stuff, you'd still be buried deep somewhere in his head.
Fuck you. Dr. Drain is a pathetic little liar, and I will destroy him. That's what he wants. Then I'll come for you.
If you're gonna kill me, you'd better be a quicker draw than I am. You wanna try your luck, compadre?
No need. I do thirst, though, and I smell something downstairs. I smell mortals and virgins. Oh, how delicious. You've been holding out on me, cowboy.
You can drink what's in that bottle till Dr. Drain comes back. I ain't letting the likes of you near them people.
At least you're aware enough to know that I am a ravenous beast.
Oh, please.
And beast that I am, I must kill.
The fact that he believes, like, you know, the fact that that's, like, going on and there are, like, two sides of him and all that, and he got all them nails and look in his eyes and his teeth, and the fact that he believes, like, that he might kill you is, like, the reason that we should, you know, wrangle him in here and not let him around people so that he's not a danger to others or to himself. But he just looks so silly, I can't take it serious.
You will do no such thing to my mortals. Restrain yourself.
Oh, now who is this beautiful morsel?
I am far older than any blood you have ever tasted, whelp. Do not dare to think you can overpower me.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Daddy.
I will keep this poor animal contained, Samuel. You did excellent work in handling him. Deserve some rest. I will meet with you later.
If you're sure.
Do not worry. I have no need to hurt.
Well, now I'm just disappointed.
All right, Andy. I'll talk to you later. And Lord Lurid, or whatever your name is, think about what we talked about, huh? Dr. Drain's got something you need.
Oh, Vom, get out of here already.
Not you two.
Alright, that's it. I think that's our stream for today, you guys.
Barely walked out of that
I'm
one
gonna go
alive.
ahead and,
I thought therapy was just talking.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw this one up on YouTube, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Thank you. I'll see you for chapter 3 tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I'll see you tomorrow, right around this time. Alright, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Like I said, tomorrow. Sorry for being repetitive. I'm like trying to get all this in my head. We're gonna do Vampire Therapy episode 3. Remember, the DLC comes out in like in early quarter of January, if not soon, which is probably being really soon, but I don't know if we're talking like weeks or months. So, but anyway, it was very fun. Thank you guys for being here so much. I enjoy your company, and I enjoy the chiller streams as well. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch and YouTube, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much for everything. Don't forget to follow and subscribe if you like as well. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.